Hello, hello, hello! Welcome everyone. Welcome anyone who's watching along. Unfortunately, several of the people who tried to join this stream on Friday, a couple of them are in the race. Leopold, shout out to Leopold. And yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty packed race here. Whereas so our 3.4, whew, we're car 16. There's a lot of quite fast people in here. So I'm just going to be using the iRacing setup. Not much more to do than that. So I'm just making sure some things are set up. Florian was also in the chat, and Shane was in the chat, not iRacing. Not in the session, neither is Florian in this session, but thanks for tuning in on when this was going to go live on Friday. iRacing was hit with the CrowdStrike issue, so that's why that didn't go live. So I've just switched the slot over to this one. So there were at least 36. I think we had about yeah. Well, we've got 24, so it's 47 or 48 total. Otherwise it would have split us up smaller. Alright. Let's grab the iRacing setup. Hungaroring qualifying. And see what we can do. My qualifying pace hasn't been fantastic, but
pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear. Stay behind the white line. Okay, Adrian, we've got 2 laps to get the job done. The track temp's increasing. It's now 28 Celsius.
just trying to get through the gears, get them synchronized. That's what the little boxes at the top right of the dash on the car is. They're all green now, so that means the seamless shift is... I don't think it has any actual influence on how the car drives in iRacing, but... Of course, no rain, unlike the real-life qualifying last night. Sergio Perez put it off at the same corner that I did on Thursday night. So, of course, he was dealing with wet conditions. I wasn't. This will be another warm-up lap. Which means turn off the deployment just up here. Alright, let's see what we can do on a full push lap.
E7, you've just done a 120.40.
We can take turn 1 terribly, that's what we can do. And turn 2, what are we doing? Come on, Adrian.
New fastest lap for Cat on 17.51. The track temperature's rising, it's now 31 Celsius, 2 litres left.
Better than my practice, but still messy. Turn 1 and turn 2 were terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It actually looks a little less bad from the outside, but anyway, what are we currently? 14th. Oof. Wow. Chicane was a disaster too. Practice moderate usage, track's only 31 degrees, it's overcast and 21. Winds are from the southwest, I don't think we like that. Southwest, directly... Oh, you can see from the flags up there. Yes, it's left to right, blowing left to right across the main straight. Which means turning through turn 1 will be difficult. You can see the flags up there on the top of the building. Oh, there they are. So this left to right. It's kind of cool when that actually works out. Because iRacing's got its whole simulation thing going. So it's going to be... winds from the south or southwest.
That's the end of the session, B17.
Maybe out of the west. Either way, we're going to have to watch ourselves in turn 1. And probably a little in turn 5. So yeah. Alright. I am just going straight with the iRacing. Hungaroring, that's where we are. I'm going to be very boring and go medium, soft, one stop, and I don't know when I'll stop onto the softs. Martin and Dennis, fellow streamer, Michael, just over there. Hi, Michael. Hey, Tobias. Yeah, this is a pretty mega split. These Sunday night races have really been attracting some good talent. Thanks for the good luck. See what we can get. I'd like to be a few places up. I don't think I'm going to be top 5ing it, but 10 to 15 range won't be too bad, depending on how many people crash out. Maybe sneak into the top 10.
The track temp is 31. The air temp is 21 Celsius. P17. Okay, Adrian, are you ready? Watch for the lights. Green, green, green.
Don't think I have wheel damage from that.
Turn 2, it looks like Mola. Crap start, mate, but we need to recover something here.
Alright, I think I've got enough front wing damage that I don't have enough front end to continue, so
there's an incident in turn 1. It looks like it's Caesar.
I think this is going to be a 2-stop race. 2 softs from now. Yeah, look at that understeer. I just got nothing in the front. I would say that's dirty air from Dennis, but it's not. Dennis doesn't have any front wing whatsoever.
Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Yeah, it's a bit of a kick in the old nether regions.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line.
Cold soft tyres, cold soft tyres. 70. Just out of the blankets warm.
Mate, what the fuck are you doing?
The leader has just done a 120.80.
You fucking brained it.
It's the most animated I've heard Connor on the actual radio in a long time. I know he's normally a bit more animated with private private radio with you, Tobias, but I honestly didn't realise Connor was in this race.
Was an unsafe rejoin as well.
I don't know how I keep doing this, but I keep having like Connor blindness. He keeps doing these races and I keep not seeing him till about halfway through the race.
Fastest lap for Stenison, 120.66. The gap behind is now 1.1.
I didn't realise this racing match was something.
You reckon?
Alright Adrian, the next car is Hungaroring.
I don't think I'm going to try to hold Edward up here, because I think, with all due respect to my own driving talent, I think Edward may be a touch faster than me. But if he's not too much faster than me, I may be able to use him as to get dragged up onto the back.
Oh, unlucky, mate. Seems like your talent run out.
Spicy. Edward will probably have us here. DRS plus my little mistake on entry. Now,
Right.
don't do it, Edward. Good man.
Don't panic.
Didn't need that. Come on, Edward.
Okay, Adrian, gaining on this car. The gap is 0.42.
I hope some of that's netcode, otherwise Edward's going to get himself disqualified after 5 laps.
P22. Caesar behind is pitting now.
Hey, Anthony. Do you have a mishap, mate? I saw you were in this race. If you were, thanks for the I rating. You being in my chat probably means you're no longer in this race. So apologies. Yes, well, not apologies because I didn't do anything, but sorry to hear. But thanks for the I rating.
Adrian, you need to pass this track, you're losing too much time.
Yeah, somebody else had a problem with me. Just involved me, unfortunately.
We really need to be in front of this car. Your lap time was 1:22.66. Car right. Right side's clear.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, things happen, you spin up. Just a shame that in a field of this soft that still happens.
Incident in turn 1, we think it might be Beld. Car right. Right side's clear. Come on, Adrian. Good stuff. Keep it coming.
I'm not really fast on the medium tyre, so of all the bad alternate strats to go on to, a double soft probably isn't the worst.
The outer Wake Zurich behind is increasing. It's now 1.3 seconds.
Hey Josh.
There's an incident in turn 14. We think it might be Beld. There's an incident in turn 15. It looks like it's Beld.
That's the alt soft, mate.
P20. That lap was at 121.51. That's your best lap in the session.
It's a pretty, this slot being mid-morning Europe isn't a bad slot to for people to do on a Sunday. So probably about this time last year, Mr. Luke Vesti started trying to advertise this as a thing, the alternate strength of field. So you got the big one on Friday night European time at 7 p.m. UTC, sorry. And this one at 10 a.m. UTC on the Sunday as the alternate. So yeah, we've had, this is actually a smaller field.
Turn 2.
Incident in turn 2, hey? Another position for me, maybe? Yeah, just got to revive the regular series during the week now.
The gap to Wake behind is increasing. It's now 3.8. Okay, Adrian, gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. P18.
Oh no, that's no good. Just not getting the numbers. I have to say, I know people get different things out of leagues and stuff like that, but especially around this time of year with the Global Endurance Series, there's so much official endurance racing, it's not funny. Yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Better to do what you're good at rather than suck at something else. Gives you more time to focus on the stuff that is working.
That lap time was 21.91. To Wake behind is increasing. It's now 5.1
Oops,
seconds.
that's an off track.
Track limits, watch those lines.
No, not that curb at turn 8, Adrian. I think the thing with endurance races as well is people get a lot more tired. They feel like they've put a lot more work in, so they can be a bit more high emotion, especially if you have an incident early on, like I did in this race. Which I like to think full-length Formula 1 races are essentially an open-wheel endurance. I know there's a couple of IndyCar races that are probably longer, or maybe most. I don't know. Don't watch IndyCar. But yeah, there's not too many series where you get to race this many number of laps in an open wheel car. Oh no, Javier.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
I need to do a look when I'm on the main straight and see who our nearest started on mediums person is, or no stop person is. So I'll be honest, I'm probably not in a battle with Edward. And I think Dennis has been pulling away too, despite Dennis saying in the practice session beforehand that I'm slow. Not going to do very well here.
20.05.
He's managed to pull 17 seconds on us.
The gap to Blake Zurek behind is now 6.0. 18th. That lap time was
Sounds like a bit of a job, mate.
21.89. Okay, Adrian, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
What's been going wrong? Oh, Caesar's out. Would have thought it would have been all plug and play almost at 100k. So glad that they haven't got the absolute up to this weekend latest scan. Gravel on the outside of turn 12 must suck. Try actually being in the turning point before turning in, Adrian.
The gap Gap to Wake Zurek behind is now 6.9.
Ah, Crystal.
121.91.
They need to start doing a bit more under promise, over deliver. IMAX. I only see two types of press about Pimax. We have a new product and we're late shipping our new product. I'm hoping it's good though, because once it actually starts being delivered, it may be on my list to replace this thing. That's alright.
122.00.
Been wondering if I should upgrade my computer first. Try to get the frame rate up with this headset.
Gap to Wake Zurek behind is increasing. It's now 7.3 seconds.
I've only got 32 gig of RAM, that's a candidate. Especially running OBS at the same time on the same PC for streaming and transcoding for recording.
Incident in turn 3. It looks like Beld.
So I'm essentially rendering two different displays of the scene and then transcoding it for YouTube and transcoding it to local recording. So my computer's a busy little bee.
That lap was at 121.73.
I've got a 12th gen i7, I think. Uh, 12700. And I've got a 3080 Ti. I don't mind shelling out for the i7. Not while I'm streaming, I can't. Even not streaming, streaming probably drops me about 15 FPS. But I don't get 90, not in VR. And I don't have monitors where I can see iRacing well enough. So I'm currently 45 FPS. Down the main straight. This is Hungaroring though, this is torture test.
Behind is now 8.3.
Let me tell you, when when Hungaroring first came out, I was on my previous PC which is like 2070, I think. i5 8th series. You'd get 20 frames per second down through that turn 3-4 area. They've really optimized it, but it's still... Yeah, it's... To be honest, I don't so much notice frame rate, like...
That lap was at 121.94.
On most normal or older tracks, I'm running sort of 65 to 80 FPS. You know, headset will only do 90 anyway, so anything over that's overkill. But
The gap to Wake Zorek behind is increasing. It's now 9.2.
probably would, mate. Let me tell you, this headset melted my brain when I first got it. I could not believe... I also couldn't believe how big Silverstone was. Flippin' huge! See it in 3D, you just have no idea how huge it is. I mean, this place, I couldn't believe how small it was when it came out on iRacing. I mean, it doesn't feel like the track's super narrow. You know, it was built as a Grand Prix track, so the track's a decent width, but you do really feel that it's tight. Feel that you really need to
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
work at it to get any sort of lap time around here. I'm sweating like anything.
Your last lap time was at 121.74. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Yeah, open kneeboard is a big hit. Race Lab
The gap
is a bit of a hit too.
behind is increasing. It's now 13 seconds.
I've been thinking of dusting off and cleaning out and rebuilding my i5 8th series, 8th gen with the 2700 in it. Setting that up. Maybe get a capture card or something. Put OBS on it. It can do OBS and stream.
Gaining on this car.
I can game on this one.
13 seconds.
But that's very complicated to set up. So I don't know. Ah, you've tried that, the separate PC.
That was 121.5. 1:51. That's your fastest lap today.
Oh. I'm like, how did I do my fastest lap without even paying attention? I paid so little attention I forgot to turn attack mode off. Oops. Come on, Leopold. Hit.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 13 seconds. You've just done a 1:22.30.
Yeah, it definitely could. It would absolutely complicate my life. Streaming VR complicates things though. If I wanted to uncomplicated streaming life, I'd totally go triple screens. Although, I'll be honest, and don't take offense at this, dear viewer, I like to stream iRacing. So, iRacing involves, touching the grass obviously, iRacing involves VR, so I've kind of decided that that's what people get. Friend of the channel, Leopold, behind.
The gap in front is now 30 seconds. The lap time was at 1:22.29. Blue flag. Track temperature's decreasing. It's now 27 Celsius. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Adrian.
Hopefully Leopold hasn't lost too much time following me. I'll let him have it on down here.
Right side. Clear right. Blue flag.
We've immediately got blue flag for George.
16 seconds. Fastest lap for Regni, 1:19.66. We've just had a warning for cutting the track.
Almost into double digits on my incident points. Probably didn't help that I started on 4X, but anyway.
12 seconds. Car in front is Jake. On clear right.
Sorry, Josh, I see you posted something, but I was watching that for when George went past on that straight, so I'll read it in a sec. You would have driven Hungaroring, you know the score. Doesn't matter what car you're driving around here, the corners come at you quite quickly.
Okay, Adrian, you're reeling Jake in. The gap is 11 seconds. They're slower than us through the chicane.
Yeah. So, the way I've got it set up, I only run one native displayed on the desktop race lab overlay. That's the one that I look at. It's a standings with some extra info. The rest are a streaming layout that OBS picks up and renders as a browser source. Leopold's in.
Time was at 121.69. Zarek behind is pitting.
Oh, Javier. Sorry to see you're out already, mate.
Jake in front is now 10.0.
Thanks for the good luck.
The leader is pitting now.
George is in. Let's see if I can...
Just done a 121.29. Good luck. That's your quickest today.
Currently capturing James and Martin. So that's 2 more places I think I can get. They haven't pitted yet. And I've caught 5 seconds back to Dennis, unless Dennis got a whole pit stop and 13 seconds in front of me and has stopped another time.
There's an incident in turn 14. I think it might be Ramirez. Ramirez is entering the pits. He's in P15. I think he'll come out just in front.
Both Danny and James in.
That lap time was 21.71.
Now the secret around here is there's been tyre wear, and it does give you understeer, but it doesn't slow you down a lot, provided you can manage said understeer. Don't know if I'm doing that well or not, but I'm not ploughing in every single corner, so
Jake in the gaps now, 7.5. They're slow through the chicane.
well, James behind.
P15. That lap time was 121.34.
George is looking for some blue flag service from him. Look, I don't think there's anything punkish about Yuki these days. I think he's just been outperforming Daniel, pure and simple.
Fastest lap for Ola, 119.48.
Not all the time, of course. But I don't think Mr. Ricardo's been showing us the Ricardo of old yet.
Jake ahead is pitting.
I'd like to see a McLaren one too.
14th.
I at least want to see Piastri given a fair shake at the old strategy stick.
The leader has just done 119.45.
Like, sure, Lando's right now #1 driver, even if they don't say that. Fair enough to prioritise his race, but priority doesn't mean that you, after an already late call into the pits, don't double stack.
Alright Adrian, gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 12 seconds.
Anyway. Yeah, I think I've got a feeling the reason Yuki won't get promoted is because of reasons other than driving ones. I don't think Yuki would do a terrible job in the Red Bull.
There's a car exit in the pits.
I think he's grown up a lot since a couple of years ago.
Half distance tyres. Fuel looks good. P13. Incident in turn 1. It looks like Karen, that was a 121.43.
Yeah, I mean, I did think everyone was piling a bit on Perez, and then I looked at, you know, his qualifying and race results since Imola, and it's really stark. You know, he was top 5 or 6 leading up to it, and then all of a sudden, best is 8th qualifying. Most of them are bottom half of the bottom half of the second, or bottom half of the teens, I should say. So yeah, it was surprising to see it in black and white like that.
13 seconds. Your lap time was 121.76. That's good consistency. Keep it up.
I think the trouble with Daniel is that accident where he busted his hand last year really set him back. Like, the last couple of races he seems to be doing okay. If instead of halfway through this year, that was towards the end of last year, and then he kept building on that through the start of this year.
Okay, Adrian, you just cut the track.
I think we'd be having a very different conversation. You'd have to say, you know, Ricciardo's been there, driven for Red Bull, knows what the pressure's like. Shoe in, but it's difficult. But I think there's, yeah, as I said, probably factors outside of Yuki's driving.
V12.
I just hope that they don't
It's closing you down. The gap has come down to 14 seconds.
put Lawson up there, you know, way too early.
The gap in front is now 14 seconds. Just done at 121.34.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't keep enough track of the sponsor game. I know people talk about Perez bringing a lot of cash, but I don't know what Lawson brings. I think Ricciardo, with his history in the sport, you know, he's a race winner.
Grip, Getting closer. The gap's now 13 seconds.
Alright, I need to start thinking about a tyre change.
That lap was a 121.87.
Either way, I hope that both Danny and Yuki get points today. That'll be great. Provided Yuki doesn't have to start from the pits.
That last lap was a 121.31. The leader's just done a 119.10.
Alright. Let's get in, get some tyres, see what we can do about some lap times. I don't think we'll be doing 19s, but could be surprised. Trouble is, after we pit, we won't be anywhere near.
There's an incident in turn 14. Looks like it's Richards.
Uh-oh.
The gap to Grip behind is now 11 seconds. Richards is pitting from P11. We think he'll come out just in front of you. Blue flag. Okay, Adrian. The next car is Richards. Look out for the pit speed limit. Meters, 50 meters.
Don't reach out in the pit lane.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line. Blue flag. There's an incident in the chicane. Looks like it's Richards. The leader's just done a 118.93.
I just wanted your DRS, Edward.
The gap to Jake ahead is increasing. It's now 6.8. E14.
How did I not have the other DRS? Grr.
Yellow flag. There's an incident in turn 2. We think it might be Jake. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 29 Celsius.
We're in the pits, Martin. Or actually, don't. Give us a DRS. Oops, that was wide.
Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
Thanks, Javier. It was a pretty horrific race start.
Oh, buddy, goodbye.
Race starts go. Luke's looking for blue flags. There's no one near us looking for blue flags.
Okay, Adrian, this bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past. That lap was at 120.48. Left side. Hold your line. He's still there. Clear left. Awesome. Well done. Slow in, fast out. Keep the inside line covered. They're faster than us into turn 1.
Don't get on that curb, Adrian. That's why you don't get on that curb. That curb. That curb. That outside one, not this inside one. Not this inside one either, this outside one.
The gap to Jake
Little bit.
behind is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds.
I didn't have enough battery.
Is grip. All right, Adrian, relax, focus, keep it smooth. P13, you've just done it 121.00.
What sort of turn 5 was that, Adrian? Tires are flipping cold, man.
Your last lap time was at 120.16.
That's better. That's better. That's good. It's not great.
Gap to Jake behind us now, 0.8.
Come on, man, blue flag.
That lap was at 120.35.
Come on.
Just cut the track.
Don't mind telling you, these are freaking qualifying laps every single lap. Thanks, Josh. Have a good one.
Blue flag.
I think I need to downshift faster in 2.
I
think I'm getting lazy.
Behind us now, 1.4. Place. Last lap time was at 120.10. That's your fastest lap.
Alright. 10 seconds and 12 seconds. Next 2 positions up the road. Not sure if we have enough overspeed on them to catch and pass. We'll see what we can do. See how long these tyres last out doing these lap times. Why lift through there, bro?
The gap to Jake behind is increasing. It's now 3.2 seconds. Good lap. That's your best in the session.
Oh, I don't know why my finger didn't work on that downshift. It wasn't equipment failure, it was Adrian failure. I pulled the paddle to go down one and then didn't let it go again.
Okay, Adrian, the next car is Grip. The lap time was at 1:20.00. Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Seems we've got Balash in front. Oh, Michael, really? Michael Rudeau, regular on the broadcast, the Strength of Field broadcast on Fridays.
Gap to Jake behind is increasing. It's now 5.4 seconds.
We're trying to catch
That was
Vito and Balash in front.
1:19.86. So Grip ahead is now 6.3. That lap time was 1:20.21. Sector 1 is 0.28 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.48 off the pace.
Yes, lovely. Not bad.
lap time was 1:19.90. Gap to grip ahead is now 4.1 seconds.
That was slow through there.
Pay attention to track limits, please, Adrian.
What's a track limit? What are you talking about?
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. The gap to grip ahead is now 3.9.
Michael could get closer, I could let Michael pass, but... Go Michael, go Michael. But don't be slow, because otherwise I want back past you.
Okay, Adrian, you're reeling, grip in. The gap is now 4.1. V12.
I mean, to be fair to Michael, it is hard to follow.
You're reeling, grip in. The gap is 3.7. just done a 120.00.
Come on, Michael.
Gap to grip in front is now 3.3.
Come on, I got dirty air. What's your excuse, mate?
The gap to grip ahead is now 2.5. That lap was at 119.93. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Easy for you, young man. Never see it.
Sorry, Vito, if you're watching this back, I did not hear or understand a word you said.
Stay between the lines, please, Adrian. The grip ahead is now 1.1. That lap was at 120.40. Left side. Clear left.
Come on, man,
Car
go.
left. Still there. Clear left. The driver in front of us is quick. Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Great, and we've got Edward behind as well.
Car left, clear left.
Alright. Oh.
That was at 120.60. Wasting a lot of time here. Get your elbows out and force the pass. They're pretty slow through the chicane.
Not much way I can pass them through the chicane.
This bastard's holding you up. You've got to find a way past. That lap time was 120.51. Car left. Clear left. On your left. He's still there. Clear left. Keep it within the track limits. Push, push, push. We can catch this car.
Oh, I've gone deep. That's terrible.
Carry on.
Keep your concentration. Make the bastard work for it.
Great battle, mate. Not over yet.
The gap to grip behind is increasing. It's now 0.7.
Got what grip through those last two corners felt like.
Oh no! Black flag. We'll need to come into the pits to
Oh
serve.
no! Oh, that's just reckless by me.
You've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
Could have been a lot more cautious. Just pushing too hard. My own fault. I knew it was coming up. I thought I had one more.
Watch your speed limit in the pits. .100 metres. 2 laps remaining. 50 metres. All clear. Push now.
Let's see if we can get Martin back in the last couple of laps.
Okay, Adrian, you're reeling Jake in. The gap's now 2.1 seconds. They're slower than us through turn 12. There's an incident in turn 1. It looks like Blake Zurek.
Oh, Michael. What have you done?
13th place. Last lap. Track temperature is falling. It's now 27 Celsius.
From the field, always. Yeah.
One was a drive-through.
Oh, no way, bud. Paul, you didn't need to do that, man. I thought that was a good, fair move. You didn't have to do that, mate, so I appreciate that.
Ah, damn.
Oh yeah, what's
Incident
up on
in
the
turn
tail?
1. Looks like it's Blake Zurek, P13. And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
Yeah, 2 trips through the pits more than I planned for. Lap 1 damage.
Nice battle with you, Adrian.
Yeah, just a shame about that drive-through at the end.
What happened with your tires? Only 40...
Sorry, Vito, I think I got cut off there because I got out of the car and I wasn't listening to driver anymore.
Don't worry, don't worry. Okay. Congrats, Leopard, and George, and also Luke. Nice race from Luke.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't know if it was netcode or not, Paul. I couldn't tell, but I mean, you'd got the position, you'd got the high ground. I probably should have just yielded on the outside there, and I got what I deserved. So honestly, I reckon
James,
you should have been P4.
Let's go back and have a look at the start of the race.
Always, mate. Appreciate it.
Let's just
Okay,
pause the
see
replay.
you guys. Bye-bye.
See you later.
See you, Vito. Yeah, I had wheel damage after it, so I just basically had to bring it home. Car was close to spinning.
All right. Oof. Was it Michael that got that wheel spin? Yeah. I wonder. You might have to go and look at his stream. I wonder whether he had to get out of it. So he's got a decent launch. And then... yeah, I don't know. So he tagged me and just absolutely collected Dennis. Oh, Dennis got it much worse than me.
Yeah, you left me so much room, Paul. So amazing race, mate. It was a lot of fun. I was freaking out for about 30 laps.
I thought I was damaged, so I was a bit slow getting back to the track. I really should have been faster.
Sorry for you, mate.
And this was how Edward ended up down the field. Ouch. Yeah, just to prove there was not a lot I could do, let's have a quick look at the cockpit. And this is what I saw. Didn't even have time to react. I think I probably saw it about now. Because I was watching ahead to make sure that, you know, because obviously I still had space here, so I could still be accelerating, and you can see when where do I, like there, I start turning and make any movement on the pedals. So I probably see it about sort of here. Yeah, throttle starts going down here. So that's when I start reacting. It's just oh. So yeah, and then it's past Edward, who had no front. Got caught behind Dennis. If I'd somehow managed to get past Dennis, we probably would have been quicker back into the pits. So we came out behind Dennis. And then Dennis did start driving away, to be fair, so that was all good. But yeah, we had some good laps with Vito at the end there. I think this would have been the lap that I let Michael through. No, the lap
Connor,
before.
if you're there, I told you in Discord, mate. Connor, you lifted like 30 metres earlier than I expected. I tried to evade. I wasn't trying to overtake.
And this time I didn't crash in turn 8, so, you know, Sergio and I have that in common. Being at the back, we probably have being at the back of the pack in common as well. After lap 1. But yeah, I think Vito was getting a bit... really didn't want to drop the time to let Michael past. Then Michael pushed it. And I don't think... The cool thing here is the detection point is just... Hang on, let's go into my cockpit. I can tell you where the detection point is. So you see the two lights will go out just here. So I'm just at the detection point for the second zone. I don't think iRacing can link their DRS zones. In real life, there's one detection point before the final corner, and you get it for both of these zones no matter what happens. If you overtake someone, if you got it in that detection point, you've got it. But here, we have a second detection point just here. So I managed to get it. I knew that Vito would have to be wide. So I followed Michael through slipstream and DRS and attack. And then I was just... What I needed to do was brake normally and turn in a bit more normal. Like, following exactly where Michael went would have been the way to go. But, yeah, just too wide. Vito fought back. Then just trying to stay right. And then I see Edward in the background, and I'm just like, we're both holding you up. And I know I'm going to have DRS as well, and the double toe. So I did. And I think I got double DRS down here, and then it's resume hostilities. Not much we can do around most of the parts of the track unless someone makes a mistake. That was a horrible turn one for me. So let's just skip forward to the next lap. So I've managed to stay on. Too much respect. Yeah, I mean, there's also netcode. I am Australia, in Australia. So this was again too much respect. I could be a car width to the left. I could also be without worrying. And I could also have turned on the normal line through there. I didn't need to be up on the curb like that. And that would have been a... this is probably the 1X that I didn't realise I got. I didn't count in my head. And even then, we just managed to carry more speed. And then, of course, alas, we got our one more X on the next lap. Don't even remember where. There it was. We got the black flag. Consequently, drive through, which dropped us 2 places. And I thought we might be able to get Martin at the end. However, what I didn't remember was we'd been lapped. So let's see how a couple of people went out. Anthony didn't do much. Oh, that was a bit spicy. There's Connor. So Anthony gets out in front. Then something happens. Oh. Not sure if that's a Yuki or a Tsunoda or a Leclerc. Ouch. That's no good. Javier, my friend, what happened to you? It is. Oh well, look, that was an exemplary lap. I just won't follow the example of the second one, if that's okay, Anthony. All right. Oh, bit wide. Starting on the softs. Yeah, starting on. Oh, what was that? Oh, you're kidding. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's not much to say. I mean look, that's so easy to do at any time. But I don't know where you're looking. Like there's literally a car in your line of sight here. So you know that there's traffic coming down. It's just don't rejoin like that. Do not ever rejoin. Like you're at that angle, you got to reverse. You got to reverse. Oh, this Javier, I'm absolutely gutted for you. Absolutely gutted. That was undeserved. Let some back markers through. And well, that was what I did the other night. Yeah, I mean, just you're 90 degrees to the track. You can't rejoin facing that way. That's not a rejoin. Connor. Oh, Connor. What happened? We got all the way up to 37. Connor wasn't happy with someone earlier in the race, but I think it's going to take a bit much to find that. So is that in front? Is that Edward? Yep. Okay. Oh. Did a Lewis, but went the other way. Oof. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Sorry, Connor. And Michael. Hey, Leopold. Congrats on your win, mate. Yeah, for you it was dirty air. For Lewis it was wet, but yeah. Javier. That's a poor rejoin. I wouldn't necessarily call it intentional wrecking, but that's because that's more my personal definition than anything else. And what happened to Michael? Got almost to the end? Did get to the end. $144. That's okay. All right. Congrats. I can't remember if my win earlier in the year was an alt soft. And Luke got a P4. Apparently there was some drama towards the end. I wonder if I can see when that is. There's a 25. Let's have a look. Where's Paul O'Regan? Yeah, I wonder if that's the incident that Paul ended up giving the place back. Yeah. Yeah, I think all fair in love and war there. But I think down here, I think somewhere Paul gives back the place. Is that how the results went? Yeah. So very Lewis with Bottas. Where is Paul? I reserve intentional wrecking for people who target you. It was horrific where you joined. Don't get me wrong, mate. If someone is targeted, because it was you, that wasn't because it was you. That was just trying to get back on the track. So, look at this. How good is that? Paul decided. Did Paul nearly lose? Yeah, Paul nearly lost. Where was Edward? Coming out of the last corner. Paul's just crawled across the line. But yeah, Paul decided that move into turn 4 wasn't the right one. So, yeah, took it back. Gave it back to Luke. Really didn't need to, I don't think, but personally, and I think Luke agreed. But yeah, let's have a bit more of a look at the battling towards the end. While I wrap this up. But yeah, thanks for joining me for that race. Yeah, P13, not bad after being dead last after the first lap. Shame about the drive-through. We could have been P11, but yeah. Yeah, Leopold. So it was here. It was a few years ago because it was Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas, and Hamilton let Bottas back through because they'd been on alternate strategies and Lewis had been on slightly fresher tyres. So they'd said, hey, Lewis, try to take the next place up. And so Bottas was told to let Lewis pie. So he did. Lewis didn't manage to make the pass. And Lewis said, hey, I don't need these couple of points. Hey, Ronaldo. Thanks for the sub, Ronaldo, as well. Appreciated. I don't have many subs, so I do appreciate every single person who hits the subscribe button on my little iRacing channel. But yeah, some great fighting with Vito here. Fantastic. Just a shame that I got the pass done and then had to do a drive-through. But yeah, and a shame that we got taken out at the start. It was rather annoying. But yeah, I just suddenly realised, Ronaldo, you might have been in this race. I didn't see your name, but then I didn't see Connor's name until I seem to have Connor blindness for these races. It's like halfway through the race, and suddenly Connor comes on the radio, and I go, what? Have to do more qualifying on pole in these, Connor. All right, that's it. I think until next week. Next week, Spa Francorchamps. I'm probably pronouncing that horribly. Yes, heading to the lovely Belgian countryside. Should be awesome. I remember having some great racing Had a couple of great races there, a couple of good passes. He might be faster than light. But yes, he went faster than... I think that barrier came up on him at light speed today, unfortunately. And I know how fast they come up on you. But yeah, Spa. Spa always attracts people who just drive Spa. So there's going to be some interesting stuff going on. Hopefully nothing bad, but hopefully we should get a bump in the registrations. Seen that in the past. Saw that last year. There were lots of things that were only one split leading up. Probably high softs because you'll get an extra split. So where we got 2 here tonight, this would easily be a B3, maybe even 4 next week. So should be good. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing if I can throw it down the inside. I had a lot of fun on my streams last year. Did some cool overtakes, so hoping to do that again. And now I'm going to hop off this virtual F1 race at Hungaroring and go watch the real F1 race at Hungaroring. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for racing with me half the chat. Really appreciate it. And hit the old like button if you liked my ramblings, and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to hear more. And I'll catch you later on. See you next week.